Hello and welcome to the No One Asked You podcast. This series, I am once again joined by my wonderful co-host, that darn Kitty.
Dorkus and I are sharing our experience reading Words of Radiance for the first time. Each episode we will discuss the chapter and share our experience along the way.
This is Storming the Archives, Words of Radiance, and today we discuss Chapter 15.
Chapter 15!
Guys, I did not force Kitty to read this chapter early this week so that we can get to the Kaladin chapter quicker, but I did take a sneak peek at the POV without looking at the, real content, and I'm pretty sure next week is Kaladin, yeah?
Yay!
Finally! For us who get to read it right after this. Everyone else still has to wait a week for the reaction. But we get a nice chapter here. Why don't we just get straight into it, starting with the epigraph, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
A hand with the tower. Work form warned for strength and care. Whispering spren breathe at your ear. Seek first this form, its mysteries to bear. Found here is freedom from fear. From the Listener Song of Listing, 19th stanza. First big thing to jump out at me is whispering spren breathe at your ear. Sounds a lot like ruin to me.
Yeah.
And you combine that with this idea that under the proper forms, they become puppets of the gods. Really, really cements in me this idea that it's the puppetry angle.
Where the spren puppet them.
Yeah, the spren are the puppeteers, presumably on behalf of evil beings. Seek first this form, its mysteries to bear. So I guess it's interesting to me that there would be mysteries to solve of the work form. It seems pretty straightforward. It's work form. You'd work, right?
But it could be that you have to be in this form to find other forms. Like it's a base form, and then it unlocks others.
Yes, well,
it's the first one. Yeah.
The interesting thing here is I had that exact thought. I just looked back at chapter 14, and mate form is the 5th stanza. Going back even further, war form is the 15th stanza. If work form were the first form, why would it be the 19th stanza?
Yeah, I think we're supposed to note that. We're supposed to go, but she's telling me that I must first seek this form. Maybe it just means I just look for it and go in the storm. But for me, it's like, because it's mysteries to bear, that does make me feel like it is not the base form, it's just a form from which others are possible. It's like a quirk of the way it works. That's what I feel by mysteries, yeah.
It's an interesting idea, and I'm into it.
Yeah, but what did puzzle me that it's the 19th stanza.
We are with Shallan this week. She calls out to Vlokov for having a different pair of shoes, particularly when she is in dire need for the sake of her aching, bloody feet. Yeah.
It's very unsightly and not helpful. She can't really walk. But he's like, no, these are just the same pair. They're the same pair of shoes. Fine.
Yeah.
I lost my clothing trunk.
Apparently, Tavlakov is just perfectly comfortable with lying, and he's especially particularly comfortable with lying when it's so clear that he's lying. Like, he doesn't mind if people know that he's lying. It's a bit entertaining to observe.
Yeah. And I think it's great that he's taking advantage of, like, politeness, where it's like, what are you going to do? Like, hit me because I lied to you? Like, you're not going to actually confront me on this. So he's kind of taking this pleasure in, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, and Shallan has to contemplate the power play at hand and how she's going to handle it. So it's an interesting circumstance for her to be confronted with.
And what do you do when someone has no shame? You can't shame them.
Yeah. Does she overplay her hand, or does she go along to get along for the time being? And she's getting knobweed sap, which is helpful, at least in preventing the rot spren. And it's like, we know about knobweed sap from the Kaladin chapters. Ultimately, she decides to let that particular confrontation go But Pattern is interested in the lies, to which Shalon explains, well, he knows that if she can't walk, she's dependent on him to a point. And that's what's at stake for Tvlakov. And I appreciated how that was explained to us. Like, it isn't that Tvlakov is a compulsive liar. There's power dynamic, tangible benefit on his side as well. Tvlakov starts a conversation with one of the other mercenaries, Tag, and Shalon instructs Pattern to go spy on the conversation.
Which I was like, yes, good, do it. We need you to be using your spren.
Right? And I'm all about using that spren in that way, too. He's certainly going to be more adept at it than Syl is. Her spheres are almost all done, so she needs a high storm. But I read that and I thought to myself, well, can you really risk leaving all of your spheres out, however many you have, to gather Stormlight with the mercenaries around? Do you want to reveal to them potentially that you have so much?
That's I was worrying. I'm like, I don't know if you can. Are you gonna like try and slot them outside the trailer or something? I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Yeah, seems risky. We do get, timeline-wise, that the weeping is near, and my recollection of what the weeping is that it's a time without high storms, an extended period, so refilling the lights, the stormlight, the spheres, is not possible, if I remember. So it seems like a time of potential weakness for surge binders. It strikes me as something that could potentially coincide with the coming Everstorm desolation as well. Its coming seems ominous here.
Yeah. And we've also got the term light year. It was a light year, wasn't it? Is light capital L, so it's not light as in lights or light as in not heavy. I don't know.
So contextually, it almost struck me as a leap year kind of concept. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think the seasonal cycles in this world are extraordinarily fast, right? Like, it feels like one day it's winter, one day it's spring, one day it's winter, one day it's spring again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe not days, but like, it's like
not days, but weeks.
Week to week. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure if I was really interested, I could try and write down each time a season was mentioned, but I don't want to do that. We get some passages about how dirty Shalon looks. And I think this passage here is specifically placed to contrast with a passage later on with regard to how she looks when she does take in some stormlight.
Yeah.
So for the moment, she's very frazzled, incomplete in fully understanding the lesson that Yasna had tried to impart to her. And there's clearly a connection there to be made by the end of the chapter, at least on a literary level. She does think on how Yasna didn't care what people thought of her, and yet she went out of her way to make herself attractive or appear, not horrifically unkempt.
Yeah, she made herself look immaculate.
Yeah. We get the line,
using a fetching face to make men buy you something is no different from a man using muscle to force someone to do the same. Both methods are base, and both will fail a person as they age.
Loved it. Love the insight. This is profound wisdom, and I'm all here for it.
Yeah, you can't rely on it only.
Yeah. Good stuff. I appreciated it.
But it doesn't have to be seduction. She understands because she does say, however, people responded differently to those who looked in control of themselves. So there's something, it's not about seduction. It's just about appearance mattering. You look in control. So we've had this theme in Mistborn as well with Ellen's clothing, etc.
Precisely. I mean, I'm willing to grant some allowance by dint of she survived a boat sinking. But I understand the desire to want to clean yourself and appear presentable.
Yeah, and especially because her opponents are not going to be giving her that grace and be like, "Wow, she survived" or whatever. They're not going to be generous in any way.
Precisely. At this point, Pattern comes back, and we learn that Pattern has the ability to replicate their voices. So it's important to ask ourselves, is he basically pressing play after having recorded the conversation, or is he imitating their voice? Like, could he put words in their mouth with their voice? Because Shalon notes how useful this talent could be. One of those two options is infinitely more useful than the other. If she can...
Yeah, I think it's he's able to perfectly imitate it.
Okay. That's pretty darn dangerous then. Because
anyone can, she can make anyone say anything.
Yeah.
She's got an AI. She can deep fake things.
Yeah. What's that? I'm overhearing Dalinar around the corner talking about how he's going to betray Kaladin. Oh no. From Dalinar's own voice? Anyway, Tavlakov and Tag have a slight disagreement, with Tag arguing that they should just leave her. And Tavlakov is like, someone's obviously going to be willing to pay for her, so we can sell her. And that phrase, sell her, is what alarms Shalon. It sets the terms for how they view her. They're not helping her. They don't really believe her. They just think that some light-eyed family will pay a lot to get her back. I mean, either way, it sounds like she'll be getting to where she wants to go. It's just the manner of who is in control.
Yeah, it's going to be an adventure. I just realized as well I might be wrong. I don't want to be wrong. But the fact that Patton does the sound of a crackling fire, maybe that is the recording bit. You know, like maybe that's a little bit of a nod towards, no, you can only record. Because unless he's just showing off, like, here's some fire.
Right. To be fair as well, still just recording a few phrases can accomplish.
Very good.
Yeah.
And it's like, it becomes evidence, you know, if you believe. Yes. It's like, no, he can't just do this. It's a recording.
Yep. She thinks, what would Yasna do? And she goes and excuses Tag. Tag leaves, and Shalon says,
it is time to discuss your payment.
So she's working really hard to come from a place of power and control, which is great. And Tavlakov is frequently doing the, I'm just a servant, my wish is only to help shtick. And would Yasna be like, cut the shit? Or would she go along with it? Because Shalon kind of goes along with it up until she feels she has no other choice. I feel like Yasna might go the cut the shit route right away, but I could also believe that she wouldn't.
Yeah, I think this was good. The way that it progressed was good. I think the cut the shit point was at the right point.
I agree. She's pumping herself up internally, and she says, I'm not blind, Tavlakov. Your men do not agree with your decision to help me. At which point, we get the prose. Tavlakov glanced at Tag, looking unsettled. Hopefully he wondered what else she had guessed. I had a slight issue with this passage, in the sense that I don't think that Shalon said anything that was kept particularly secret. It seemed fairly obvious. To me, at least.
Well,
maybe I'm...
Yeah, but they think she's stupid. They think she's just a ditzy girl. So there is that. That it's like, oh, she's actually paying attention to us? Oh, shit.
Right.
Because it's like, maybe they have this idea that she's not paying attention to them because she's so haughty and uppity. She's not paying attention to them. She doesn't care about them. She doesn't think. But then it's nice. I think what Sanderson wanted here was to show that she's unsettled him a little bit by knowing stuff. And that can continue with this new trick of patterns.
Fair. True. She goes on to explain that the fortune she's going to come into is from a betrothal. And again, I ask myself, should she say to Colin House? because that's a pretty massive, wealthy house, I would assume. And one could say, no way, you, unkempt you, is getting married into royalty. You've overshot it. But at the same time, it's true.
Yeah, maybe she's just also just playing her cards close to the chest as well. She doesn't want to tell them too much because she doesn't know how they'll use it against her. Maybe they'll sell her as a hostage to a rival house or something like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know.
Fair. She goes on to explain that when they get there, she will really hype them up as gallant rescuers. She believes that Tvlakov thinks she's lying. We get the line, this was just what Kabsal had done, treating her like a plaything, a means to an end, not a real person. Yes, that is really freaking frustrating, and I don't want to take away from that, but also I kind of feel like with Tvlakov, it's probably not personal. I think anyone in her exact situation here, he would probably treat the same.
Yeah, that doesn't make it, and you know, she doesn't like people using other people as just not real peoples. And of course, it just brings her back to feeling hurt by Kabsal.
Yeah. Would the slavers treat Yasna the same if this was Yasna?
They would try.
I feel like they would try. Yeah, I really do.
She could literally boil their blood, okay?
Yeah. Yasna wouldn't be in the exact same situation because she knows much more about her powers than Shallan does.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, then we get Shallan being an absolute badass. She says,
"Do not toy with me, slaver.
I wouldn't dare.
You have no idea the storm you have wandered into. You have no idea what stakes have been wagered upon my arrival. Take your petty schemes and stuff them in a crevice. Do as I say, and I will see your debts cancelled. You will be a free man again."
So, super badass, super earned. She's hissing. Loved the performance in the audiobook.
I didn't listen to the audiobook this week. I must go and listen.
Wow. It's interesting because I primarily listened to the audiobook this week for this chapter. I read it after our last session, but then when I reviewed it today, it was with the audiobook, not with the book. This does take Tvlakov back. He doesn't know how she knows about it. And she feels a surge of power, stronger than she was before, more determined. Tvlakov didn't know she was timid. He didn't know she had been raised in rural isolation. To him, she was a woman of the court, accomplished at argument, and accustomed to being obeyed. Standing before him, feeling radiant in the glow of the flames, towering above him in his grubby machinations, she saw. Expectation wasn't just about what people expected of you. It was about what you expected of yourself. And she has leveled up here. She is a fundamentally different person now than she was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Good. Yay. Congratulations. I'm happy for you, Shallan.
Yeah, she's like, I need to expect more of myself. I'm capable of things. She got through that difficult conversation. She gritted her teeth and got through it. And then she also, did the badass threatening stuff that she didn't do before. This is good.
Yeah, and as written on Sanderson's part, I think it's really well done. It's effectively, psychologically done, showing us the keys that unlocked this, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It goes on, Tvlakov leaned away from her like a man before a raging bonfire. He shrank back, eyes wide, raising an arm. Shallan realized that she was glowing faintly with the light of spheres. Her dress no longer bore the tears and smudges it had before. It was majestic. A couple of things there. One, she's glowing. So I'm curious what, beyond the immediate fear, I'm curious what probably pagan Tvlakov makes of this. I think he's going to be suitably cowed for whatever that's worth.
Either way, you should be scared, because it's like, he's not going to think it's just a trick of, he's going to try to convince himself it was just a trick of the firelight, but it's crazy supernatural stuff. And that's pretty scary. You don't know what else she's capable of. And she's just told you that you don't know about the storm you've unleashed and all this stuff. And yeah, so it works very well. I think he should be cowed.
Yeah.
I would be. Glowing woman. Holy crap.
Right? Absolutely great passage. Does taking in Stormlight clean and heal your clothes? I know it heals you, and we'll get to that discussion in a bit, but...
She made an illusion. She definitely made an illusion.
Oh, it was an illusion. Oh, she's doing illusion. I thought she just sucked in Stormlight. Kitty, you're so smart. I'm so glad we do this together.
She sucked in the Stormlight to do the illusion magic. And then it healed her. Yeah.
Okay. Totally just changed what I thought was happening. The glow fades. But to that point, her looking good and amazing and majestic contrasts with the passage earlier about how frazzled she was. So now that she has unlocked this part of herself, she's now pretty. Literary.
And, well, literary. And to him, he's seen this, whether or not she stays that way. Obviously, I don't think she does, but he's seen that. He knows what she's capable of. And now he's going to expect more of her.
Yes.
Which is part of all the literariness of it. Very cool.
Right. At this point, though, Bluth runs back, and we get a lot more character out of Bluth in this chapter than we did in her previous one. Shallan's, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there are some army deserters nearby. So I am curious at this point how close they are to the Shattered Plains. They're bandits or mercenaries. Presumably made up of army deserters.
Yes, yeah. They're army deserters that are bandits, yeah.
Right. And we do know that Kaladin will be sending out Bridge 4 to patrol and take down bandits, etc. So there was a part of me that wondered if they are close to the Shattered Plains then. It's not hyper-fixed. Again, we had that timeline. They were roughly, 2 months away? It feels like that kind of jump should have been expressed. So I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, she's only been with them for 6 days.
Yeah. So these are probably not bandits connected to the Shattered Plains or its outlying area at all. I guess. This is the wilderness.
Yeah, I think they're much further off. It's a long time before they meet Kaladin.
Yeah, I really do hate to say it. I don't think she's going to get there until the end of the book. And then we get a quick lesson on how dangerous bandits can be. They don't have any banners or sigils, but they've got good equipment and keep a tight guard. We get the title of the chapter, I'd Bet the Chols on It. Bah, you'd bet my chols on a hand with the tower, Bluth. So this is the second time we get reference to this game. I think we had one in a Kaladin flashback in the first book, at least as a chapter title.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I feel like by the time we finish the series, we'll know how to play whatever this game is.
You will.
So the group gets up and hurriedly rushes away, trying to find a place to hide, I think in a gully at one point. And as this is all happening, the slaves are upset that they didn't get to eat or something like that. And Shallan is like, she's one step away from being one of them. But then she thinks that, well, no, not really. Tavlakov would just kill her. Yeah, probably. Maybe,
yeah,
probably.
There's no use keeping her. Yeah, I don't know.
The moon rises, casting a bit of light on the area, which is concerning. And we get a bit of character out of Bluth. When she's asking about the bandits and what they can do about them, Bluth says, these men, they've given up everything. Oaths, families. When you desert, it breaks you. It leaves you willing to do anything because you've already given away everything you could have cared about losing.
Damn.
Yeah, that suggests to me Bluth is a deserter, for one thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the first thought I had.
Yeah. We get the line, you wish any honor were left for you, but know you've already given it away. So that makes it seem in hindsight a foregone conclusion that Kaladin never would have deserted, even as a bridgeman.
Yeah. And also it makes me have hope for, you could have honor again, Bluth, by helping her in whatever situation comes ahead. Bluth, you were a good man. You could be a good man again.
Yeah, and that essence that you're suggesting, Kitty, is very much what I felt in they've had a little bit of a bonding moment, maybe. I hope they come to be more friendly with each other, etc.
Yeah.
Bond.
Bond.
Thus ends the chapter.
I don't know. I don't know if this is the last we're going to see of such bandits and whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, do you think the bandits are gonna catch him? I don't think so.
Well,
no.
yeah, it says eventually
maybe.
escaping into the darkness, but I don't know. This is not going to be a smooth journey, is all I'm saying.
I agree. Very much so.
Yeah.
Anything else to say, Kitty?
Like the video.
If you like, Shalon has to
take in Stormlight
to impress upon Tavlakov the importance of her getting to the Shattered Plane, but I don't have any or need any Stormlight to tell you to hit the like button.
Do it!
Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. Subscribe to that darn Kitte if you get a chance, because she's got a great channel.
Subscribe to this channel, because you know it's great.
It would be greatly appreciated. And we'll see you next time. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah, oh, we should do one more time.
Okay, thanks, bye.
And we'll see you next. And we'll see you. Yeah.
And we'll see you next time. Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye.